1 draw. Let's see how it goes tonight with our commentator at the Valley, Martin Tyler.
Garth Crooks was Tottenham's scorer in the first meeting, part of a highly productive run which has seen Crooks contribute a goal in each of Spurs' last 7 games. But Mark Aizlewood, Charlton's marksman at White Hart Lane, is suspended tonight. His place goes to Tony Towner. Left-back Paul Fryer played against Tottenham for Leicester City in an FA Cup semi-final 3 seasons ago, while Alan Kirbishley, signed last month from Aston Villa, brings First Division experience to Charlton's midfield. And up front, Mike Flanagan well remembers Tottenham's last visit to the Valley 7 years ago. Flanagan, once a Spurs youth team player, scored a hat-trick then against his old club. Tonight Spurs bring back Chris Hughton for Gary Mabbott, who has an upset stomach. So much knowledge of this competition in this Tottenham lineup. Only John Chiedozie and Mark Falco have not appeared at Wembley in an FA Cup final. Referee Alan Gunn from Burgess Hill in Sussex is celebrating his 42nd birthday today. And at the 5th time of asking, he gets this FA Cup third round replay underway. The pitch is soft on the flanks, but rather firmer down the middle, particularly to the left-hand end, the end that Spurs are defending in the first half. It's very firm in the penalty area that's guarded by Ray Clemence. And the players out half an hour or so before the kick-off, checking on footwear. Steve Gritt playing on the left-hand side of Charlton's midfield, winning the game's first corner, in the role vacated by the suspended Aizlewood. Tony Towner to take it. Off the head of Paul Miller. He was aware of the flick on at the near post. Tottenham with such cup tradition in recent years. The free kick is given to Charlton, which has perplexed even some of the Spurs defenders, presumably against Miller as he was trying to let the ball run. So possibilities here for Charlton. And Clemence claws it away as Madden came in behind him. Turned back by Lee. Gritt. Paul Fryer in quickly. Paul Fryer, who left Leicester City for Rotherham United before he made his way to the Valley. Perryman then with the throw. Aiming for Crooks, and Paul Curtis covering. Both goalkeepers with the tracksuit bottoms on. It's certainly softer at the end when Nicky Johns is keeping goal in the first half. And they're very respectful of Tottenham's away form this season. Flanagan playing up front with Robert Lee, and Perryman using all the time that was available. Both clubs have played once in the 18-day gap since the first game. Tottenham drawing at Queen's Park Rangers. There's Charlton as Curtis is in trouble, and Johns has the save at the feet of Galvin. Charlton had a disappointing defeat at Oldham. Flanagan poised to make the jump, but really not taking up a position beyond Flanagan. Chiedozie slipping, allowing Grip to make the sort of challenge that Lenny Lawrence's manager will be looking from him, augmenting the defending of the fullback. Hoddle. There's not really enough angle on the pass, going straight beyond Falco and Crooks. Well, the crowd restricted by a police limit of just over 20,000. Towner. Crooks had got his free kick even before he made sure of possession of the ball. Well, there have been those writing off Garth Crooks in recent months, but he's answered his critics in the very best possible way with a sequence of goals. Crooks. And here's Galvin. Well held by Johns from Tony Galvin. Just had the ball caught a little under his feet and was trying to dig it out to get power into the shot. Nicky Johns, who's played so many games in Charlton's goal, only Sam Bartram has played more, held on well. Falco. And now Crooks. Offside is Tony Galvin. Both teams trying to congest the play. Both conscious of the pace on the opposing forwards, and it's well won by Flanagan. And here is the speed of Robert Lee. Clemence shows real experience and technique. Experience against the youngster. 18-year-old Robert Lee in the clear, but the angle just widened for him and Clemence wasn't committing himself. And splendid handling. Roberts. Falco. Crooks collected it well. Perryman. And Galvin. Well, it's opened up for him. That's a brilliant goal. Johns will feel that he was left unprotected by defenders who didn't close Galvin down. But a lot to admire in Galvin's technique. But as he checked in here onto his right foot, it was quite clear what was in his mind. And Charlton just let him run on. And he was allowed to set the sights and find the corner. 12 minutes from half-time, Tottenham take the lead, just as they did it in the first game at White Hart Lane. Now Miller taps out Clemence, who does not look best pleased. You can see the funny side of it now. Was off his line, and Paul Miller certainly got too much strength in the attempted back pass. And cup ties are won and lost in fractions of seconds. And in the euphoria of taking the lead, Tottenham nearly found themselves drawn level. Well, they might do now with Lee. It's wide. He's got down that channel a couple of times in this first half. With the acceleration that Charlton feel is a great weapon against Tottenham. But when confronted by it, Clemence again, Lee couldn't find the net. Roberts. Such a powerhouse, but it didn't come off for him then. Flanagan. Now Towner against Hughton. And Stevens was there as a second line of defence. Hughton didn't need him. The end of the first half, remembered for a fine goal by Tony Galvin after 33 minutes, and some fine goalkeeping by Ray Clemence, who's protected that lead, and at the other end by Nicky Johns. Half-time at the Valley, it's Charlton Athletic 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. To the Valley, where the quality of the football has certainly warmed the crowd on a bitterly cold night. Tottenham looking from one flank to the other. And they still have the ball. Now a central route perhaps from Stevens. And Crooks. Now Berry. Surely Crooks was fouled. And in my mind there was no doubt that that should have been a penalty, because Les Berry made contact with Garth Crooks and certainly did enough to put him off. As it was clipped forward, Berry was beaten and then clearly fouled Crooks. No penalty given. And Town, well found by Fryer. The sense of expectation ended in a cry of frustration from the Charlton supporters. And it's in fact Tony Tanner's last touch of the game. And the substitution will perhaps allow the referee to change the ball. There have been one or two complaints about it. Steve Dowman, a defender, who had a knee operation in the close season and hasn't really established a regular place since then, but clearly some reorganisation. Ronnie Moore, plenty of flexibility to push him forward if required. Lee, and it comes for Dowman. Oh, what a start that could have been. Lee showing good control. Stopped by Hughton. Lee not giving up. Is responsible for Flanagan taking over. Kirbishley. Flanagan. Oh, so close. Flanagan drops to his knees. It's a corner. Mike Flanagan got full weight behind the shot on the left foot, and Clemence across, a fingertip save. Another Charlton corner. Dealt with by Galvin. Only as far as Flanagan. Lee. Moore. Scrambled away. Gary Stevens was a central figure then, as Moore slid in at the near post. Charlton sensing an equaliser here. Moore again, and Clemence once again finds the solution when Tottenham are in difficulties. The greater problem for Tottenham when Moore was going in, and Stevens and then Falco got the ball behind for the corner. Hoddle. Chiedozie is onside. Four waiting for a cross. Chiedozie gets a corner. Poised to try and attack the ball, should arrive around the penalty spot. Crooks and Falco. It's 2-0. That should be enough for Tottenham. And Mark Falco, who's having such a productive season, may well be hurt in the act of scoring. It's his 20th goal of the season. And Crooks flicked it on. Charlton were drawn rather towards the ball and neglected Falco. Pain as well as pleasure. Crooks, and so space here for Galvin. Falco joining Crooks in the middle. And the driven cross just too far away from perhaps the tiring legs of Crooks and Falco. Certainly Falco is moving with the inconvenience of the injury caused in the act of scoring. Still flexing that damaged leg. But it certainly doesn't hurt so much when you put the ball in the back of the opposition's net. Moore. Can he turn Miller? Penalty. Paul Miller on Ronnie Moore. Miller twisting and turning, and he allowed Moore to get goal side of him. Moore was quite happy, I think, to throw himself down. Now Charlton got a penalty in the first game, and Ray Clemence saved it from Mark Hazelwood, who's not playing tonight, but Hazelwood was able to scramble in the rebound. Moore thinks he might have scored. Clemence trying to come up with the delaying tactics, but Moore assuming the responsibility. Charlton have had a dreadful run with penalties this season. It's 2-1 with 1 minute remaining. Calmly taken by Moore. Clemence the wrong way. And Tottenham in no hurry to get the game restarted. It's a question now of the time that Alan Gunn will add on. And Roberts will work it back. Certainly reward for the Charlton pressure, but has it come too late? The referee checking with the watch again. Fryer. Miller down for Chiedozie. Tottenham have a place in the fourth round. The quality that shone through this season for them has been their form away from home, and it shone through again here with Tony Galvin and Mark Falco building up a 2-goal lead that was briefly threatened in the final minute by Ronnie Moore's penalty. Tottenham will remember that the last time they beat Charlton in the FA Cup was in the famous 1960-61 season when they went on to do the double. Maybe that's an omen. But what a task awaits them in the fourth round away at Anfield, the match that you can see live on ITV on Sunday. A final score at the Valley,